I just think that the day is gone where somebody just wants to, like, ESPN News would have been a bigger success if people were just dying for only highlights.
Right.
Back when ESPN News was just something that every 30 minutes was just another show that showed you again the highlights. Local news is dying all over the place, even though local news is a place where you get your daily highlights in a way you might not even get them nationally. All over sports journalism, you will see these local sports anchors hanging on to the very end of whatever that is over there. I think things move too fast today for you just to get in any one place. Just give me the scores and nothing else. I don't need any entertainment. I don't need any opinion. Just show me the games. I don't feel like that's something that today's sports fan, attacked by stimuli at every turn, can abide.
I think the place where you'll find it, the craving for it, is in the mornings after you have gone to sleep and you don't have the constant, push in your phone.
But you'll get what you need on Get Up. They'll give you, there's not anything big that's going to happen that they're not going to cover.
What I'm telling you is Get Up does a fantastic job of not only discussing the game, but giving you the highlights as they're discussing it.
What I'm saying is we all need the content, so anything that happened last night, we're all going to use in the morning.
It's a bit different from this standpoint. ESPN SportsCenter ESPN News is showing you the highlights with a couple of SportsCenter anchors. This is a round table of people showing you the highlights and giving you their opinions on topics and things that happen in that particular game.
Plus, it's got Culture Wednesday, which is a staple of our football programming. Honestly, for highlights, I see them as they happen on my Twitter feed now. I know who to follow.
But that's what I thought. I thought at this point, the thing that you're doing is you're watching Get Up while on your phone. You can call up whatever the hell you want to whenever you need it because you've got an all-you-can-eat buffet menu in front of you on your phone where you're making your own daily newspaper. Like I just thought that we'd moved long past the idea that it was enough to just show you what happened last night.
Jason Fitch just texted me. Now, he does a lot of work on social media and does the College Game Day on Twitter and all that stuff. So he has the numbers. And
Jason Fitz, a host of First Take, Your Take?
Yes. Well, no, but this is interesting because Dan and I have no idea how the kids are consuming these days. 2.5 million kids a day watch SportsCenter on Snapchat, and the metrics show they only want highlights. That's insane.
Okay, and that's on Snapchat. It's not on your television.
This is the Dan Batard Show with the Stugotz on ESPN Radio.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. All guests on the Dan le Batard Show appear via the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Here's your SportsCenter update. Tokyo Olympic organizers reiterated their message to the International Olympic Committee that the 2020 games will not be affected by the coronavirus that is spreading from neighboring China. Jameis Winston underwent LASIK surgery. He now has 30/30 vision. And finally,
it's a good joke.
Thank you. And finally, lying flat on your back is your best bet for surviving a falling elevator.
That's good to know.
That's good to know for the parking garage here. I mean, that's for sure.
That is useful knowledge and not something I would have expected. Lying flat on your back.
For all the latest headlines and information, tune in the SportsCenter on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.
Put it on the poll for us, Chris, please. Would you have thought that lying flat on your back was the best way to survive a falling elevator? The elevator, of course, invented by Jack Elevator. Time now for Billy Gills. Billy Gills, really, what are you doing? You just spit up water all over yourself?
I mean, you told a great joke at the worst time, man. I just slugged the water.
You got water.
Jack Elevator.
Told you it was a winner. Told you, man.
I spit it all over myself.
You did. You spit water all over your beard, shirt, floor.
Jackie E.
A legitimate spit take. Our first ever, I think. Time now for Billy Gills. Not worth it, really. Not worth it. Time now for Billy Gills' Music Dome.
Are we done with the silliness, guys?
Sorry.
Ready
Sorry. Improper
Serious
respect.
business. All right, guys. Let's just get right to it. Follow me to the Music Dome. Okay, guys. Big week. It was the Group A championship. And you know what that means, Dan? Tell them.
It was the Group A championship.
That's right, Dan. 4 contestants, 3 move on to the Super 9. All right, Dan. And again, once again, we had a special guest judge. Any guesses as to who the special guest judge was?
Tommy Davidson.
No.
Joel McHale.
No. Stugotz?
No guesses.
Dan?
Daniel Tosh.
Ooh, what a good guess, Dan, but wrong. Roy?
Lala Anthony.
No, it was Leah Remini.
I was close.
Yeah, almost there.
What I would have said.
All right, there she is, Leah Remini, right there. All right, so since there was only 4 people competing, obviously they had more time to fill, so they started things off with a medley of Rock and Roll All Night by Dan?
Oh, will you knock it off, please?
Kiss.
Like,
That's
do you
right,
have any of your own
Kiss.
content, or is it just coming back to me every time?
What's that?
Stop asking me to guess things and just go!
It's a guessing show, Dan.
Let's go around the room.
It's not a guessing show.
Stugotz? Who sings Rock and Roll All Night? Kiss.
Michael McDonald.
No.
Oh.
I mean, what are you doing?
In
All right.
sync.
So, it was a group medley, and of course it was Miss Monster, Kangaroo, Turtle, and White Tiger. Interesting note, the only person who didn't appear to have a solo in this was White Tiger. Keep that in the noggin, guys. Remember that. Who's White Tiger? Do we all remember? I'm not gonna ask you, Dan.
Gronk. It's Gronk. It's Gronk.
It's Gronk, exactly. We don't even need to waste time with that. All right, so the first performance of the night was the Turtle. Now, this week we had a little twist where we had a friend or family member kind of give little clues about them. And also, we had a Valentine spin at the end where they all gave Valentines to the judges. All right, the Turtle performed There's Nothing Holding Me Back by Shawn Mendes. And the friend or family member was their high school 9th grade biology teacher, Miss S. What did Miss S have to say? Different things about soul, time of your life, stuff like that. We'll just get to the guesses. Jenny thought that it could be Nick Lachey. Leah thought that it could be Jaden Smith. Nicole thought that it could be Hunter Hayes. Guys, any guesses?
How many more of these are there?
Mike, that's Dan's shtick. Roy, any guesses?
He asked me
I
my
just
headphones,
asked him.
and
I just asked him how many. I just asked him in the talkback, how many are we doing of these? 9? Is it 9? Can you stop asking us questions and just keep it
I
moving?
think it's Chris Kirkpatrick.
Guys, it's only 4 this week, and they make their way to the Super 9. All right. Next performance was by Miss Monster, who performed You Don't Own Me by Leslie Gore. All right, here are some of the clues. It was a hairstylist, by the way, giving clues in case you were wondering, because remember, friends, families giving clues this week.
This one's easy.
Really? Who do you think it is?
Yeah, I guessed last week that it's Queen Latifah. Now a hairdresser. She starred in a barbershop sequel,
Well,
did she not?
wait. Hold on a second, Mike. Here are some of the clues. White Sox, pizza, a teddy bear, a little Chicago tie-in possibly. And what play did Queen Latifah do?
Chicago.
Ooh, Mike, you're you're hot on the trail here.
Nice.
All right, here were some of the guesses. Mary Wilson by Leah Remini. Jenny thought that it could be Queen Latifah. And then Nicole and Robin thought that it could be Gloria Gaynor. You guys think it's Gloria Gaynor?
No.
Maybe.
She's not going to get eliminated, is she?
One of the better performances of the night, if I'm going to be honest with you, if you're asking me. Let's just move on to the third performance of the night, the Kangaroo. Now, the Kangaroo has everyone confused. No one knows who the Kangaroo could be. Kangaroo performed Diamonds by Rihanna. What a song. I'm a big Rihanna fan. Kangaroo's clues were given by her brother, who was like a plant or something. Not a kangaroo, which is weird, but we don't need to get into that. Some of the clues were a model plane, then there was tragedy, and there was an angel. Here were the guesses. Ken, for the first guess of the night, thought that it was Rosie Huntington Wiley. Nicole thought it was Lindsay Lohan, and Jenny thought that it was Jordan Sparks. All right, let's move on now to the main event, the White Tiger. The White Tiger is Gronk. Of course, we all know that. And Gronk sang We Will Rock You because, of course, that's what Gronk was saying, We Will Rock You. It was horrible. One of the worst performances in the history of the show. I don't think they're even really letting Gronk sing at this point, but he's still going out there and just dancing. And everyone's like, oh, my God, Gronk is so funny. He's such a good dancer. So they parade everybody back onto the stage when we all know the inevitable thing. Gronk's just going to get eliminated. So everybody back on the stage. And who was eliminated? Any guesses, guys?
Has to be Gronk.
Yeah,
Turtle,
Gronk, yeah.
Miss Monster, Kangaroo, or Gronk, a.k.a. White Tiger?
Gronk.
The Tiger.
Has to be.
No!
What?
Huge controversy this week. Miss Monster was eliminated!
What?
Wow.
One of the better performances of the night, if not the season, got eliminated. And it was, any final guesses as to who this was, guys?
Why is there a string in your face
have a
that
pulley
can't be
system?
taken out of there?
What do you mean?
You just ran into a
No, we're fine. Don't worry about that. Any final guesses as to who Miss Monster was?
Queen Latifah.
Eve.
All right, here were the final guesses by the group. Shaka Khan by Nicole, Shaka Khan by Robin, because in the commercial break, they were starting to piece things together and like, you know what? Miss Monster said that she performed with Robin. Maybe it's Shaka Khan because she performed with Robin. Ken thought it could be Reba McEntire. Jenny thought again Queen Latifah, and Leah thought that it was Mary Wilson. Guys, are you going to stick with your guesses?
Queen Latifah's the
Queen
guess.
Latifah.
That is very clearly a pulley system.
All right, it was. Who was it, guys? Lorenzo, you got to put. It was Shaka Khan,
Wow.
who famously
Shocking
performed with Robin at an NHL award show years ago. There they are, performing together.
But the clues all pointed to Queen Latifah.
They really did.
I
They
know.
really did.
Guys, quickly, before we go, as I mentioned, the final three, now move on to the final nine, to the Super 9. So let's bring up our scoreboard here.
Oh, God.
All right,
That's why
here's
the
the
string
scoreboard.
Pulley
was there.
system,
A
there it is.
useless pulley system.
There it is,
for a
the
useless
scoreboard. So we
scoreboard.
need to move over. Thank you, people.
Oh,
We need
people.
to move. Oh, no, Miss Monster was eliminated.
The height
Don't
of
move.
professionalism.
The kangaroo.
Totally clean.
And then we need to move up the turtle.
Yes, it's
And then we have to move in
scoreboard.
White Tiger again.
Okay.
Very controversial White Tiger,
yes,
but the
thank
White
you.
Tiger's in here. Super 9. And guess
All right.
what, guys? Good news. Next week, moving on to Group B. That's going to do
All
it from
right,
this
thank
week in the
you.
Music
All
Dome.
right.
Guys,
All
we'll
right.
see you next week.
All right, Billy. Make
right.
sure that on your walk back here, you take a detour and go straight to hell.
Oh, no!
Wow, and say hi to Harp Riles.
Look,
Dan Lebatard.
is Stugotz shady? I mean, that one's going to come back 100%.
Yeah, I have. Thanks, Dan.
Stugotz.
I just don't understand how you object to the idea that, like, it's kind of amazing. Like, I don't understand how you would even object to the idea of anybody in the world calling you shady.
Listen, I know I'm shady. I know what I am, okay? I'm more self-aware than you think. I am shady. I'm one of the shadiest people out there.
This is the Dan Lebatard Show with the Stugotz on ESPN Radio.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. All guests on the Dan Le Batard Show appear via the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Here's your SportsCenter update. Tokyo Olympic organizers reiterated their message to the International Olympic Committee that the 2020 Games will not be affected by the coronavirus that is spreading from neighboring China. Jameis Winston underwent LASIK surgery. And finally, crocodiles can go through 8,000 teeth in their lifetime. For all the latest headlines and information, tune to SportsCenter on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.
I want to talk about HBO's new show, The Outsider. It is great, and I've told you before that Jason Bateman is attaching his name to some interesting projects. Like, he is the executive producer on Kidding, with Jim Carrey on Showtime, and it's a work of art. That show is a work of art, and The Outsider is really good in that I've been sucked into the first 5 or 6 episodes here, and I still don't know really what's going on, but the way they create tension and mood and stuff, it's a bit of a horror movie, a supernatural horror movie that will keep your attention. It just gets its claws in you, and it doesn't let go.
There's so much out there to watch. This show is so good, so fantastic. And I saw Mike tweet about it this morning, and he's right. There are very few shows, if any, where you feel the need to catch up as quickly as possible, or you want to catch up as quickly as possible because it airs Sunday night on HBO, and I caught up quickly. Like, I caught up in like 2 days because
Congratulations. It's 6 episodes.
Dan, that's a lot for me to sit down and watch 6 episodes over 2. I got 2 kids. I mean,
Cross
and
mitzvahs left and right.
ADHD. I mean, a lot of
Nuggets,
stuff going on.
Lakers.
Well, I wanted to get to that, but the thing that is going to keep me from getting to that is the rare Roy smile that is usually only lured out by Kevin Gilbride and names like that. Roy, just what swept over his face can only be described as joy because he saw on the television screen the video from 1994, for reasons I don't really understand, of John Chaney attacking John Calipari during a press conference.
It's the 26th anniversary.
Is that the reason?
Yes.
Happy
All right, well, we should
anniversary.
celebrate it. Mike, is that possibly sound that we need, that we can get instantaneously?
This was a press conference.
Okay, so we're allowed to use this sound. So here it is on the 26th anniversary of a really delightful day. I want you to imagine a very young-looking John Calipari, who I think must have been the coach of UMass at the time. Was he the UMass coach at the
This
time?
was a classic
and
A-10 rivalry.
John Calipari, who looks like the Temple Owl mascot, who at the time, he would have been 70 then, right?
John Chaney? Yeah.
John Chaney, excuse me. Wouldn't you? He would have been about 70 then. So is John Chaney damn near 90 now?